Please call me cases back in court, this time at the Supreme Court of Appeal in Bloemfontein. Inventor Nkosana Makate is appealing an earlier ruling over his compensation.
The almost 2-decade-long legal battle between Vodacom Group and its former employee Nkosana Makate, the inventor of Please Call Me.
The review case in the Please Call Me saga between Vodacom and Nkosana Makate resumed today. Makate wants billions of rands for his invention.
Vodacom has released a statement to shareholders today indicating that it has reached an out-of-court settlement in the Please Call Me matter with Nkosana Makate. It says the board approved a settlement agreement and that it has been accounted for in the group's interim results for the 6-month period ended 30th September 2025, which is set to be released later this month. It says as part of a settlement process, a notice was sent to the Supreme Court of Appeal withdrawing Vodacom's appeal, while a notice was sent to the High Court to abandon the 8th February 2022 judgment in the matter. The figure agreed on was not made public.
What's up, beautiful people? Today we're talking about money, innovation and revenge served over 18 years later. Yes, the legendary Please Call Me saga has finally come to an end. Vodacom and Nkosana Makate have settled, and the numbers are juicy. After 18 years of court battles, appeals, headlines and memes, it's over. Vodacom and the man behind that famous Please Call Me text have reached an out-of-court settlement. Now, before we dive in, let's just pause and appreciate something. This man came up with an idea that literally changed how broke people communicate in Africa. You remember that era, right? No airtime, no problem, just hit that Please Call Me and wait for the person with the money to call back. It was the true South African emergency service. So how much did Makate get after nearly 2 decades of fighting the telecom giant? Well, Vodacom is keeping it secret, but analysts, the financial detectives of Mzansi, have done some digging. They say the payout is likely less than 1% of Vodacom's annual revenue. That's somewhere between 350 million and 700 million, not dollars, but rands. That's about, according to Tembeka Sobekwa from Mianzo Asset Management, 350 to 700 million. Yo. Now, just to put that in context, what can you actually do with 350 to 700 million in Mzansi?
So, Chief, when we get the 9 billion, what's the first thing we're doing with the 9 billion? What are we doing? Are we going to Dubai?
I'm gonna buy your gym.
You can buy property. Like a boss, you could buy over 400 houses worth 1.5 million rands each and still have enough left over for a Woolies meal deal and a Range Rover. Or you can start your own network. For that kind of cash, you could literally launch your own small telecom company. Please call Makate Mobile and still afford to poach influencers for ads. Or you can venture into education for generations. You could pay full university tuition for about 10,000 students. That's like funding a whole new generation of engineers, doctors and lawyers. Or go full billionaire vibes. Buy a PSL team, rename it Makate FC, build your own stadium, and still have cash left to bring Beyonce for halftime. Now, while that sounds like serious money to the rest of us, it's really nothing to Vodacom. Let me contextualize for you. Last year, Vodacom's revenue was over R120 billion. So in Vodacom's world, that money is like dropping a coin behind the couch and saying, "I shame, let him have it."
Vodacom once stated that a payment of 29 billion or more could leave the company in like a difficult situation in terms of them jeopardizing jobs and livelihoods of many employees. If that is true, like how would that sit with you? Would you be able to sleep at night?
No. I mean, there's absolutely nothing like that. I think it's just misleading. I mean, we're talking about what? An over 250 billion market cap company. We're talking about a company that generates over 300 billion revenues per annum. It has Vodafone, as its 65 shareholder that generates hundreds of billions. It's nonsensical.
Yeah, no, they're taking us for a ride.
But let's give flowers where they're due. Makate fought from 2007 until now, 2025, against one of Africa's biggest corporations. 18 years. That's almost as long as some of your relationships that never saw a conclusion. Like someone said, this guy could have had 2 teenage children in 18 years. And the man won. He took on the system, made legal history and secured his bag, even if it's smaller than he hoped. Here is a quick history check. In 2000, Nkosana Makate, then a young Vodacom employee, came up with the idea of sending a free message to ask someone to call you back. Vodacom launched Please Call Me, made billions off the traffic it generated, and somehow Makate never saw a cent. So he sued. The case went all the way to the Constitutional Court, which said, Vodacom, pay the man. Then Vodacom said, okay, but how much? And that dragged on forever until now. So what does this all mean? Well, for one, if you've ever had a billion-rand idea at work, make sure you get it in writing. Otherwise, you'll spend half your life in court while your boss buys another yacht. And for Vodacom, this is a PR sigh of relief. They've included the payment in their interim financial results due Monday, so investors already know it's handled. But some folks are saying the amount feels way too low, especially considering how iconic Please Call Me became, and how much revenue it drove back in the day. Still, Makate walks away a millionaire, a legend, and a symbol of sticking it to corporate Goliaths. I mean, 18 years later. The moral of the story is simple. Don't underestimate the guy in the corner with a small idea and a lot of patience. So what do you think? Did Makate get a fair deal? Should Vodacom have paid him more? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and tell me what your own version of a Please Call Me would be if you could invent one today. Like, share and subscribe, because let's be honest, even if you don't have airtime, I'll still send you a Please Watch Me. This is in a nutshell, and remember, sometimes justice moves slowly, but at least it finally calls back.